I just happened to think maybe I'll turn this video on. Nothing special going on here. I'm just covering a journal cover base, covering it with some of my dyed papers, just to have a good base going on there. It's going to be covered further, but it had a slick surface, so therefore I wanted to have that covered. So I painted it. I'm out of black. I'm sorry, because this is not, I wasn't planning on this. So I'm just, nothing major to it, but you never know. Maybe there's somebody else out there that needs to know. You just don't need to stress about stuff. You just need to create. I say that all along, that there are no rules to follow in crafting, especially junk journaling. No rules whatsoever. It's just do what you want to do, when you want to do it, and how you want to do it. And if it doesn't look like somebody else's, so what? And yay. You don't want things to look like somebody else's all the time. You want to be different. Make it yours. Make it yours. It's not dry from the other side yet, but that's okay. No measuring, just glue the baby down. Probably ought to snip this corner just in case. It decides to pull over. Yep, this is my glue, as Miss April calls it, Nana's glue. I love it. Every time she mentions it and gives me a shout out, I get tickled. Nana's glue. Recipe video is there. If it's the first time you've ever. And why did I do that? Is because it was going to put a wrinkle if I did not do that, glue that one side down first and then work it this way. There would have been a wrinkle, or not a wrinkle, but oh, heck fire. You know what I mean? A bubble. Because when you put two pieces of paper together and then you go to glue them down, they will naturally form a bubble if you don't. But I'll be covering this further on this side. This is just taking my edge over. As you can see, that's what I meant. See how there's like a little bubble there? That's because these have been glued together. And so you need to attach them down separately. Anytime there's going to be a fold, that's just a good hint. I should have cut that off first, but I didn't, so I better glue it down. But anyway, no big deal. Just turn this on, see me play. This is my new tool that I showed that I had gotten from Happy Paper People. I didn't have a bone folder like this, and I'm loving it. You know, I always use something like a credit card or something, and that, which I can, but an old card, I misplaced them, sorry. So I knew if I bought this, I wouldn't, and it was a pretty good deal. So I wasn't exactly too worried about it. A few bucks. And I love it because it just, that. And I've got something over here, I just wiped the glue off. But anyway, there, see? And it was already pre-folded, but I need to train these new pages to fold. And like I said, all this will be, this is a base to have a different color, but cover. But I do want to cover it. The inside. But I'm wanting this to go over. I want to go over the fold to strengthen it because I just tabbed it with some paper. And I'll add something else later. So this looks like that's going to be perfect. All right, and I'll glue that down. But anyway, and I am wanting this a little bit smoother, so I won't just stick it down like I did on the sides because I was covering those up, so it's no big deal. But this I want a little bit smoother. And you know, that's the Dollar Tree ketchup thingy or mustard thing, whatever you want to call it, from Dollar Tree. And it works great holding. That's my refill bottle, but I wanted more coverage, so I put it in there to go. Said before, I'm a finger person. I do. Yes, I've got tools I could use, but nope. I'd rather use my finger. God gave them to me. Line that up. So same amount on both sides. The best of my ability. Brush outwards. And I think most people know, but in case there's someone that's not, I'm wanting to always brush your glue out to the outside so it comes off, or down to the nearest resistance. And that way, go all directions to get it smooth. And technically what you should do now is, after I glue all this, and I'll come back and cut that off, is I should put it underneath the heavy book to dry. This is slightly different, but I think that's fine. Ooh, that's, yeah. Okay. Always overlap the paper if it's thin. Like I said, I'll be putting something like fabric or something else here, so it will not. Because if you have a glued edge or a taped edge in a fold or near a fold, I'm sorry, but I will tell you it will come loose. Maybe not immediately, but it will come loose when you open and close it several times. So you need to plan on that by overlapping or whatnot. It's just best to do that. All right. Line that up with that edge, and then I'll take my finger just I want some glue on that edge. Yep. Yep. Don't put too much glue on there because it's coming out. I'm pressing it out. And there we go. And I will cut that off as well. Set that over here to dry. Now, I don't think anybody cares, but this is my continual wipe, but I want to show you what I do to clean up. Germ-X. Take my Germ-X. It will get your glue residue off if you had it there dried for a while. You might have to do it a couple times or scrub a little harder. Sorry to be shaking the camera, but and some paint I didn't get off earlier all the way, so sticking a little bit, but you can actually feel it when you're getting it off. And not enough to clean that. Same thing here. Clean your tools off, get all the glue and residue off. Germ-X is the best thing. And right now you can get Germ-X dirt cheap because they've still got a surplus from the last few years. made too much of it. Like they give away at school all the time. People got too much of it, that we can't use it all that they've donated. The government sent it to us. And those gluey fingers, painty fingers, whatever you got. Same thing in your craft room. Use it to get all that off. You all might know this, but maybe you don't. And that wipe, and I will use that to continue to use cleanup, because guess what? Alcohol dries very quickly. So I just lay it over here, and next time I have a big spill, that's what I'll use. Instead of, got a place that I just sort of set it there, and I always have my one I last cleaned up with for a spill for the initial. And there we go. We're there. Thanks for watching me craft.